In Sri Lanka, there is a 40-acre area known as Ranmasu Uyana, or the Golden Fish Park, an ancient urban oasis surrounded by 3 Buddhist temples. This incredible garden, also known as Baigong Uyana, or the Royal Gardens, is full of historical features, some of which is still unexplained. At the center of the park, now often called Royal Goldfish Park, you'll find the carving known as Sakwala Chakraya, which means universe cycle in Sinhalese. This shallow engraving is about 7 feet across and is set into a rock face. There has been speculation of what the carving could be a depiction of. Some believe the carving's pattern could represent a map of the cosmos, with concentric circles symbolizing the cycles of the universe, or the interconnectedness of all things. Others maintain that it could be a representation of the heavens, or even an ancient navigational tool of some kind. Then, there is a group of people that believe it could be a Stargate. A Stargate is a concept drawn from science fiction. It's an ancient portal that facilitates near-instantaneous travel across space and time. The dating of the carving is one of the greatest obstacles to understanding its true purpose. Estimates suggest that the Sakwala Chakraya was created sometime between 250 BC and the 7th century, a period when the royal gardens were being expanded and new structures were added. But the exact date is still uncertain, especially since there are no historical records mentioning the carving, its purpose, or even its existence. Despite the meticulous record-keeping by Buddhist monks of the era, no text has emerged to explain this strange feature. Whether it's an ancient map, a cosmic blueprint, or a lost key to the universe, the Sakwala Chakraya remains a mystery. Deep in the hillside in the Lot department of France, there's an incredible cave complex called Pech Merle. This cave system, which stretches over 2 kilometers, over a mile, is like a time capsule from more than 20,000 years ago. It's filled with different levels, caverns, wells, and winding tunnels, each holding evidence of ancient human life. Over the years, rainwater and mudslides sealed off parts of the cave, keeping it extremely well preserved. It was rediscovered in 1922 by 3 teenagers, but the cave itself is over 2 million years old. Carved by an underground river, the cave system provided a safe haven for early humans, offering cool and dry chambers to live during the Ice Age. The murals in Pech Merle date back to the Gravettian culture, around 27,000 years ago, with some possibly from the later Magdalenian period, about 20,000 years ago. These paintings cover the walls of 7 chambers, showing lifelike images of mammoths, horses, reindeer, bison, and even human handprints. Amazingly, footprints of children have been found preserved in ancient clay, more than 800 meters deep, an amazing 2,600 feet underground. One of the most famous paintings in the cave is called The Dappled Horses of Pech Merle, estimated to have been created approximately 25,000 years ago. These spotted horses look a lot like modern-day Appaloosas. A 2011 study of ancient horse DNA revealed that these horses likely had the genetic trait for spots, suggesting the artist painted what they actually saw in the wild. Another intriguing discovery in the cave is a handprint, estimated to be around 20,000 years old. The size and shape of the hand suggest it belonged to a female artist. Similar handprints have been found in caves worldwide, often thought to be the signatures of the artists of the cave art. Pech Merle is proof that even during the cold, harsh Ice Age, humans found ways to not only survive but also express themselves creatively. The Baigong Pipes are a perplexing and controversial set of pipe-like structures found on White Mountain in the Dalinga region of China. These formations have attracted significant attention due to their unusual characteristics, mysterious origins, and the debate surrounding them. The pipes are associated with 3 caves on the front face of White Mountain, although only the largest cave is accessible. The 2 smaller caves have collapsed over time. Inside the largest cave, 2 pipe-like structures were discovered, one of which measures approximately 40 centimeters, 16 inches, in diameter. When nearby stones were analyzed, they were found to contain 30% ferric oxide, which is oxidized iron, along with significant amounts of silicon dioxide and calcium oxide. These findings suggest that the pipes and objects might have formed through geological processes, possibly linked to natural formations like calcite or concretions. In 2003, an article reported that Chinese scientists used atomic emission spectroscopy on the Baigong Pipes and found traces of organic matter, including plant material. Tree rings were even discovered in certain sections of the pipes, leading researchers to hypothesize that the pipes could be fossilized trees or tree roots, possibly from an ancient forest that had since disappeared. Further investigation in 2007 by a researcher from the Chinese Earthquake Administration revealed that some of the pipes were highly radioactive. The lack of definitive evidence to explain their exact origin, function, and age leaves them open to ongoing speculation and curiosity. Tassili Najar, known as the Plateau of Rivers, is a massive mountain range in the southeastern Sahara Desert of Algeria, covering over 72,000 square kilometers, or close to 28,000 square miles, around the size of South Carolina. The paintings found in Tassili Najar is crucial for understanding the development of animal husbandry and the evolution of travel across the Sahara. Dating back to around 12,000 years ago, when the Sahara was a lush savanna, the artwork shows a time before it became the desert we know today. With over 15,000 paintings and engravings found so far, the art depicts everything from large wild animals like antelopes and crocodiles to humans hunting, dancing, and going about their daily lives. These works are some of the earliest examples of Central Saharan art and have made the region a global treasure of prehistoric culture. The art at Tassili Najar is categorized into 5 major eras, each reflecting shifts in both the environment and the societies that created them. The first period, called the Archaic period, was around 12,000 years ago. This early period features engravings of large wild animals and geometric patterns, showing the abundant wildlife before the Sahara dried out. Next, the Roundhead period, around 8,000 years ago, features humanoid figures with round, featureless heads and formless bodies, often shown with wild animals. Their meaning and purpose still the subject of much speculation. The Pastoral period is next, which started approximately 6,000 years ago. As the Sahara became more arid, domesticated animals became central to life, and the art reflects it. The art shows domesticated animals like dogs, cattle, and goats, along with human figures involved in herding, hunting, and family activities. 3,000 years ago, Tassili Najar entered the horse tradition era, as the Sahara fully transitioned into a desert environment, and the use of horses and chariots for transportation became a vital aspect of life. The paintings from this phase are dynamic and active, showing galloping horses and mounted riders. Inscriptions hinting at early written language can also be found, though they are still undeciphered. The final phase is named the Camel Tradition period and was 1,600 years ago. As trade routes developed, camels became the main mode of desert travel, and the art shows mounted men with shields, spears, and swords. The wild animal depictions become more rudimentary, reflecting the changing priorities of the people as trade and mobility took priority. Today, Tassili Najar and its rock art offers an incredible window into the past, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of this fascinating region. In the heart of southern Anatolia, Turkey, lies one of the largest and most significant ancient settlements ever uncovered, Çatalhöyük. This amazing prehistoric site flourished nearly 9,000 years ago, around 7100 BC. For centuries, this community thrived on the banks of the Çarşamba River. The rich clay, silt, and nutrient-filled sediment provided a perfect foundation for early agriculture. By 5000 BC, however, the settlement was mysteriously abandoned. Archaeologists have uncovered a total of 18 separate layers of ruins at the site, with each generation building on top of the last, spanning over 1,500 years. What sets Çatalhöyük apart from many other ancient settlements is its unique layout. Instead of public buildings, the settlement consisted entirely of tightly packed homes, creating a maze-like structure where streets were non-existent. Without separation between dwellings, the inhabitants moved across rooftops to enter their homes through ceiling openings. This remarkable design fostered a tight-knit community where trade, support, and even the arrangement of marriages were organized. The homes were arranged in clusters and separated by a gully, suggesting 2 distinct groups that intermarried. This allowed the settlement to grow over generations, despite the absence of any other neighboring communities. But it's not just the architecture that makes Çatalhöyük remarkable. The people here practiced complex rituals, as seen in their treatment of the dead. The remains of their loved ones were often buried beneath the floors of homes and under hearths. Some skulls have been found to have been removed from their bodies, then plastered and painted with ochre, a practice that has been seen in many ancient sites far beyond Çatalhöyük. Art also flourished in this settlement. Vibrant murals adorned both interior and exterior walls. Scenes of hunting, wild cattle, and stags captured the daily life and beliefs of these people. Over 2,000 figurines, crafted from a variety of materials including clay, schist, and alabaster, have been discovered at the site, predominantly depicting animals. This abundance of animal figures hints at the community's connection to nature and the spiritual importance they placed on these creatures. Today, Çatalhöyük is a place where one of humanity's earliest civilizations still resonate, offering a glimpse into a time long, long ago.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Fireside Unsolved. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Until next time, take it easy and be easy, you filthy bastards.